Hello and welcome into MFL with Laird. I am Andrew Laird, here wearing my Bob Flynn-esque sweater because I got to get better at MFL. And how do you get better? You got to dress for the job you want, and I want to be as good as Bob, and so I'm going to dress like him. Thanks everyone for coming in. Daniel Green first. Finally get to listen to one of your MFL streams live. Thanks so much for coming in and watching live. Cole, what's up? Just finished work. Fourth coffee of the day brewing, and MFL with Laird Bliss. I was about to be like, wow, 4 coffees is a lot. That's what I drink. So love it. Cole, what's up? And Sean Kennedy hitting the podium with Cole and Daniel. So thank you very much, guys, for coming in. Congratulations. So Burrow, what's up? Hoodwink, hello. Toby, just got finished building my preliminary squads. Already found a change I think I need to make. Oh, it's always like that. Cole has 26 teams to build. Woo! That's so many. I thought I had a lot. I've been working out of a spreadsheet, which I just really don't enjoy. And I feel like the lighting is weird here. Hold on a second. I'm sure we can change this. Make it a little colder in here. There we go. There we go. Sorry. Got a little bit of a redesign going on. And as you can see, I'm kind of in the middle of it. I actually have some big plans for right here, but we're not there yet. Anyway. SR Monkey, what's up? I hope everybody was able to catch in on the Ramble, which I believe just finished. I was unable to join live, and so I'll have to go back and listen. And then I believe Yorkshire TNXP are coming later today, probably in like 2 hours, actually, thanks to Jimbo's tweet that I saw. But today, or at least for me right now, is all about what's going to happen in Season 11. And I had basically, it came down to the last day, and I really had no idea what I was going to do in Season 11. Or let me rephrase. I thought I knew exactly what was going to happen for my plans for Season 11. And then everything changed. And I still don't know why it happened. Rascal Masaki, what's up? So to quickly go in and explain kind of like what happened, because I actually still don't know what happened. Jimbo, who may actually know what happened because Jimbo knows everything. So I'm going to bring you guys over to my Empire FC club. And the reason I'm doing this, and as you can see now, we are in iron. And I don't know why I'm in iron. And so the reason why I don't know is because last season I was in stone. And this was my first season in stone. And I ended up outperforming. I believe I was preseason projected 5th or 6th. And I know like the projections aren't like actual projections, but based on what it was, I was 5th or 6th and I finished 3rd, thanks to, I think, a win on the last day. Let's see. I won, and then I might have been ahead. I guess they won as well, Kyushu. And then Al Jaza MFC. Also, I guess we all won, but I happened to finish 1 point ahead. And so I went into the playoff, which was like, okay, yeah, that's how it works. You go into the playoff. But the weird thing that happened to me is my playoff. Where did that go? Iron playoff. Here we go. Was only 3 total rounds. And yeah, Toby and I were talking about this a lot because Toby and I talk a lot. And me speculating dead teams disappeared so they could open Iron League 31. So that was what he was like, hey, so here I am in Iron Playoff 31. I beat Cheesesteak FC, which is a great name for Philadelphia. I think it was surely a Philadelphia club. Hold on. If it's not a Philadelphia club, then it's weird. Okay. So I beat Cheesesteak FC. And then I beat Assumption White, who won their first game. And then I was into the Iron Division. My 2 guys came up huge, Ottavino, Vigano, and Stuart Freeman, 6 goals combined. And all of a sudden I was in. And I sent this to Toby, and he was like, wait, that doesn't make any sense, because if you do go to the competitions tab, is this going to work? Or is this the new? Oh, I could have just done it right there. Sorry. There are only 30 ice leagues, or excuse me, 30 iron leagues. So if there are only 30 iron leagues, how am I in Iron Playoff 31? What's going on? Now, my expectation is that, actually, were there more? No, see, yeah, 31. So my thought on this is that, and I didn't look into this at all because frankly, I don't really want to know the truth. But my expectation is that there are a number of iron leagues that have 11 teams, and this is just the way that they're filling them, that they're filling them to a 12th. And that I'm not actually going to be in a 31st iron league, but I'll be in something else. And the tricky thing about this is if that's the case, I have no idea where I'm going next season. Like usually, like, oh, you just take your number divided by 2. And if it's an odd, then you're, whatever. But I actually don't know where I'm going. I don't know if I'm going to end up in iron 31. I guess we could just look. As I just said, I didn't really care. Let's see. Iron League 30. Well, actually, we can just go right here. So this is a 12-team league. Is Iron 30 a 12-team league? It is. Yeah. So I really have no idea. And I'm willing to check one more because I'm not going to check all 30, and that's 12. So yeah, I don't know what's going on. But the reason why it became kind of an issue is when I started season 10, I had Empire FC in stone, and I bought this Empire Paulista team, which was in iron, and it was not strong enough for iron. I wanted to buy a stone team, a second stone team. Actually, let me go even further back. I wanted to buy a stone team, and then Empire FC got promoted to stone. And I had already bought an iron team that was going to be in stone. Lots of moving pieces here. But basically, what was supposed to be 3 ice teams and 1 stone team turned into iron, stone, and 2 ice. And it all just became kind of a mess because I started buying players for what I thought was a stone team. The only reason I bought Empire Paulista, the only reason I bought this iron team was to get a little more MFL for one season and then have a stone team. So Empire FC or Empire Paulista were in iron, Empire FC were in stone. And my expectation was I would have 2 stone teams for this season. But now I'm back to iron and stone. And the reason why that's such a big problem is I don't have the players for iron to keep this club in iron. Paulista finished, I don't believe we finished dead last, to be honest. We finished 11th, but well out of staying up. And that was the expectation. I ended up putting basically my better players into Empire FC last season so that I could basically make sure I stayed in stone, and I failed at staying in stone. Thankfully, it was because I got promoted. But I actually already put my squad together. And for those of you, there are lots of people here who play in higher levels. Ricky Hyde, hello, good to see you. And so I don't know realistically how competitive this team is for iron. But all I'm doing now is hoping to survive iron. And when I initially set my teams for season 10, Empire FC, I put my best players in Empire Paulista in iron, and then my next kind of best players in Empire FC, which was in stone. And they were projected 11th and 12th. And I thought to myself, if I'm going to get relegated in the higher division anyway, I really should just tank it and put some better players into my stone team. And that worked out. So I basically moved my projection from 11th or 12th to 5th or 6th. And then I got promoted. So it worked out. So this is the team. I started putting my best players together in a team. And this is basically what I have. My range is 84 to 74, I believe. Now this 74 rated Cristiano Marchetti. He is a 76 rated center back. So from a top overall perspective, everyone is between 84 and 76, but I have only 3 players above 80. And one of them is a backup goalkeeper. So I really only have 2 starters who are over 80. And this feels too light for iron. Now, again, I'm not trying to win iron. I am trying to stay in iron. And so I don't know if it's going to have to be some tactical masterclasses, if I'm going to have to make some more acquisitions. I don't know what I'm going to end up doing. I have a spreadsheet that I don't really, I really use it for organizational purposes. But in terms of the best players in my agency, they're on this Empire FC team, which is my top team. One of whom is probably going to have to go to Patron Saints. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But as you see here, these are the best players in my agency. And then I'm kind of trickling down. I haven't even gotten to my other teams yet. In fact, I literally just started my Stone team. Now, I have 73,844 MFL to spend. And that's where I'm hoping you guys can help me out. My initial thought was, again, when I thought I would just have 2 Stone teams, I was going to get 7 uncommon, just regular uncommon packs. And they would kind of help my ice teams and hopefully develop over the season or the next 2 seasons that I could move them up to Stone. But now I have to move some up to Iron. Sid, good to see you. So my other thought is I wanted to buy some uncommon player packs as well. And I posted in the MFL Discord, I posted in the When Dirk Discord, and I haven't gotten any like, hey, I won't do that, but I'll do this. But my request was that I wanted to buy, well, I would love to buy 8, but I've come down to 7, and I don't think anybody's taking me up on that. But I'd like to buy 7 or 8 uncommon reward packs, these 10,000 MFL packs for $100. That's my offer out there. And so if there's anyone out there who's sitting on loads of MFL and would like to turn 80,000 MFL into $100 or 70,000, I'm interested. And my expectation is that they will make my ice team stronger, and hopefully we can get some progression to move them up. Now, the other option, obviously, with 73,844.2 MFL, is to get one of these lower rare packs. 75 to 79, again, is still not that, it's not great for, or at least the lower end is not great for Iron. I mean, I've seen some Legos in Iron. I have one, my goalkeeper is 84 rated. So I'm getting very close to having my first Lego. Of course, it's a goalkeeper, but they're people too, even in the metaverse. And so the next thought is, do I get one 75 to 79 reward pack, and then 3 of these uncommon? So obviously that's 3 fewer players, but it's one who is a little more capable of getting to Stone or Iron faster. So I do have, I really hate doing this, but I'm going to show you my spreadsheet just because this is how I'm looking at it. Let me see if I can pull it up here. All right. So I bought a couple players recently. But as you can see, I have holes in a lot of places, but Empire FC is pretty much set right here. If we go to the squad itself, I basically have 2 goalies, 2 right backs, 2 left backs, 3 center backs, 3. I'll call this 2.5 CDMs because Marchetti is, like I said, he's a 76 rated center back. So I assume I'll play him there more. I've got a left mid, a 76 rated left mid who's actually a 78 left wing. 78 and 76 rated center mids, my 83 rated cam. This guy is a 79, John Byrne is a 79 rated cam and a 78 rated right wing and a 78 rated striker. He's super versatile and has had some really nice progression over the last couple seasons. And then I have my Graham Laird, who I bought. What did I pay for this card? For this player, excuse me. $11 like 2 weeks ago, maybe a week or 2 ago. Got the retirement badge yesterday, but I had 3 more seasons with him. And his name is Laird, so I obviously have to play him. And then I have a 76 rated striker here who is now 23 and has not progressed at all since I got him, which is quite frustrating, to be honest. But basically, it allows me to. And Toby said, who's going to Saints? I don't know yet. I have other players, and I pretty much may be pulling a Ryan Walter and just buying somebody for Saints, but we'll see. But the way, let's see, I started doing this, and actually, I'm not sure I updated this, but I started basically seeing like what formations I could play, and because my best player is a cam, I basically like to play formations with cams. But I am able to be pretty versatile. So I can play a 4-3-3 attack. I can play a 4-3-3 defense. Obviously, that takes the cam out. I'm really intrigued by 4-2-4. I don't think I'm going to play it that regularly, mostly because it takes out my cam, but I can play it. Same thing with the 4-1-4-1, and I can play a 4-1-3-2. And there are others I can play, but basically what I did last season, and this is where I love to hear from everybody else. Basically, what I did last season is I split my two center mids. Let me see. What's the easiest way to do this? Let's try this. Just to like take my best players. So I had my CDMs and my cams on Empire FC, and that includes the GOAT Engelbert Engelhart, who, as you see, is initially here on Empire Paulista. But and this guy Liam Walter was on Saints last year, and may be there as well again. But basically, my two center mids here, Clive Dew from Wales and Pascal Torres from France, they were on Paulista. And so I basically had like my two CDMs, my two main CDMs and my two main cams on Empire FC with full anticipation to play a 4-2-2-2. And I had like disastrous results early on with it. And I was like, all right, I got to abandon this because I'm going to get relegated. And so I mostly played a 4-1-3-2 or a 4-2-3-1. And I played Engelhart as a right mid, which is in his natural position. I played Freeman as the cam. I would play Byrne as a second striker. And I just didn't really love the setup. And so right now for Empire FC, I have like my two best CDMs, my two best center mids, and my two best cams. And I'm wondering if having the formation versatility, because I also still have wingers and wide mids, like for the 4-3-3 attack, I can play Roque as a left. He's actually 78 left wing, I believe. Byrne can play right wing, and then I have a striker for the 4-3-3. But basically, and then the 4-1-4-1, Torres and Roque and who did I have? Who's my right mid here? Oh yeah, this guy, Yunusa Olaje, who I absolutely love. Let me see if I can find him, because this guy right here, right back. So he's a 76 right mid, a 75 right back, and a 73 center back, I believe. Do you have a right? Yeah, there you. This is the right mid I've got, not Anthony Cornelius. Yeah, so he's a 76 right mid, 75 right back, and a 73 center back. I'd never play him at center back, and then I have a 77 rated right back anyway. So Olaje is kind of the Swiss Army knife on the team. And then I've basically been doing random stuff like this, buying a set 29-year-old 76 rated left back for $12.12. So I keep going back and forth on is it better to have one formation I'm really good at, two formations I'm really good at, or be able to play a bunch of them. And as of right now, I feel like I'm going to start. I don't think I'm going to change this squad at all. If I do, I'll add maybe a center back, even though I have, I don't even think I will. But I basically have two main strikers. I have a guy who can play cam, right wing, and striker all pretty evenly, if I remember correctly. Now that I've said that, I'm like, maybe he's not that good. Yeah, 79 cam, 78 right wing, 76 striker. So obviously striker's his weakest position, but it's still decent. Freeman is my top cam. I have these two center mids who are pretty good, and nobody is that young other than Vigano. I mean, they're not old by any means, but I'm not. I feel like safety in iron is more important than progression for these players. They're all in their late 20s, early 30s, except for my backup goalkeeper. I got him before last season, maybe, or the season before. What did I pay? $7 for this guy, right when he got his retirement badge. Another wide option wouldn't hurt. Yeah, I don't disagree. What is Miranda as a left mid, actually? Let's find out. 72. Not terrible, but not terrible. Not needed, but would help with the flexibility. Yeah, I agree. But I think for the most part, this team is pretty set, which is surprising to me because I wasn't expecting it. But then also, if that's the case, do I need to get that rare pack? And basically, I'm trading 3 uncommon players for 1 rare player. And looking at the rest of my agency, like, oops, not scouting. Like if we go through, oh, sorry, there we go. Just looking through the guys that I have available that I'm going to have to put into Stone. This is kind of the range, 75 to, it's 70 to 75 essentially, which is definitely like on the higher end of ice. It's not like easily top ice, but is that good enough for Stone? And it doesn't necessarily feel that way. I guess maybe let's look at like the bottom of this league last year. Stone League 61. So like the team, like mid-table, what did this look like? Oh, I can't see it from that drives me nuts. All right, this is the Masters. Let's just go to like their last few games. Oh, that's Masters too. But like, what are the ratings of these guys? They're all kind of mid 70s, low to mid 70s. These guys are kind of mid to higher. And so kind of the thought here, and Al Jazza, White House, this is obviously more the top. Al Jazza finished 5th, I think. Yeah, I'm just not sure. Like it almost feels like I'm better off trying to get, now obviously with the uncommon packs, the uncommon reward packs, the possibility of getting, I could just get a bunch of 65 rated players that don't help me right away. But I also have 3 ice teams I have to fill. No, excuse me, 2 ice teams I have to fill. And then they just kind of trickle down. And so if you can see here, like I have a couple ice, these are my 2 ice clubs of the players that I have available. Obviously this one, I don't want to get 7 reward packs and then just stack a spark team. even though I'm kind of doing that in a few places. I've got a lot of work to do, but I basically wanted to finalize these two, and then everything else just kind of trickles down realistically. Possibly the 100 willing to spend on packs would be better spent on older players like 78 plus rated. So I don't totally disagree with that, but and then MFL on uncommon packs. Yeah, I don't disagree with you. It's way less fun. That's my only response. Um yeah, that's my only response. And basically like looking this is what theoretically this is what Empire Paulista could look like. This is in stone. And maybe I'm willing to move some of these guys over. Now, the reason I don't have a goalkeeper here, I had Little here. He's retiring after this season. So I was like, I was going to basically start him as much as I could and then get a backup. Your agency is already pretty old though and less fun. That's my other concern. Just this, I'll have to just keep buying older players. And that's not ideal. Mid-high uncommon with a few rares sprinkled in was enough for me to survive. Wasn't comfortable by any means, though. I mean, I don't need to be comfortable, but I have a 79 striker who had near 30 goal contributions in Stone last season, 50 to 79 progression too. I can loan him over. So that's amazing. Striker is actually, ironically enough, like not necessarily a spot that, I mean, obviously 79 is better than these guys. What I feel like I'm missing in this team is just added quality. And as you can see, I've got a ton of guys stuck in tier jail. Like this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 guys stuck in tier jail right now that would be on Paulista. And so, and as you see, I feel like I have a CDM problem in all of my teams. This guy is retiring as well. That's just down into Spark. And so, yeah. So the real question is, do I get one of these packs, 75 to 79? Or do I get 4 uncommons instead? Let's see who this guy is that Sid has. Nope. I never know. There it is. Where's this guy? This guy. That's fun. That's really fun. Good midfielders seem to be getting rare at all levels now. More packs, more fun. Yeah. Yeah. I guess I guess my only thought is like, is it worth it? Actually, speaking of packs, wait a minute. I've got some common reward packs we can open from the wheel. I forgot about those. Yeah, it's how much do I want to spend in terms of MFL on one rare player? Which would be, I mean, I could also just get a regular rare pack, but that then leaves me with only 2 uncommons. Which doesn't feel as fun. I feel like this jump from 47,000 to 100,000 is humongous, but I haven't done the maths on that. Anyway, let's open these first because they're fun. Why not? funny one. It's like 14 pace. Okay. Natale Fusco from Italy, 24 right back. Oh, 61 pace we take, 57 physical. Oh, it's 50. All right. That's like the best you could get, pretty much. 6 feet. Ooh, also plays center mid. Okay. Let's see what we got here. 55 center mid. That's a huge W. I also haven't included that my guess is I'm gonna have to buy a Spark club as well because I have too many players in my agency that are going unused and I can't loan them out. Man, that's a big W. That was fun. I could also just throw them in the dev center. Let's see. Okay. Twan Van Laar. Can you go to Wendirk? 21 C. Oh, look at that. 35 passing. How is he that? I guess because of the passing, he's that low. 6'1", no secondary position. He can't pass, but he's good at everything else. And he's a center mid. Not like those guys need to pass. All right. 45 rated CDM. Not bad. I mean, he's 21. I could sell this guy for like $20, right? Those were both pretty solid. I'm not going to lie. Where was the new guy? Or the other? Fusco. There he is. 24. I was like, I should put him in the dev center, but 24, I don't know. But yeah, I should put the other guy will definitely go in the dev center. Anyway, let's I didn't mean to do that. How should we spend our MFL? I got to do it on this stream. So it's just a matter of what we're doing. I mean, I know I'm getting at least these three uncommon packs because so let's just do that now, right? I didn't spend any of my MFL after season 9. And so that's why I have so much. It's not because I won that much. If the choice is between 1 low rare, 3 uncommon, or 7 uncommon, then I'll always pick the 7 uncommon. I know you would. You would, Toby. All right, let me get these 3. Okay. So okay. Let's open this first one and see what we get. Who is the next player in the Empire Agency? Rip the first 3 and see how it goes. Love it, Black Ops. It's exactly what we're going to do. Wow. Kare Win, 24-year-old Danish left. Oh, unbelievable. Okay. Okay. So 67 rate. Yeah, let's check out these was this I don't even know what character that is. Oop, is that gonna work? No. Is this gonna work? I'm gonna have to find his number, aren't I? So many wins. Um, all right. Oh wait, I can do it this way. There we go. There he is. So he doesn't do anything else. He actually reminds me quite a bit of a left wing back I already have in my agency, Jonathan Sharp. I would have rather a goalkeeper because I really, oh, man, I really don't want a left wing back. But that's why we have more packs, right? It's okay. The next player pack is a right wing back only. But I don't want to. I don't want to do this. I actually don't tell Jimbo, but I actually had some decent success in the Masters with five in the back. But I just can't. I can't. I can't. There's one of I'll go to my spreadsheet, but there is one team that because of that sharp guy, I was like, I should play five in the back. All right. Who we got this time? Human Hamze. 24, another center mid. All right. This doesn't look great. 66. My 2025 MFL resolution to open packs. What about 2026, Sid? 5'6". My 5'6" Iranian center mid. So to be honest, I don't really have that many center mids in my agency. I have a couple in like the low 60s. I guess that's mid-ish. I mean, 66 isn't much higher than. So it's not so bad. But where this is the here we go. Left wing back, and this should be Harold, I think. Varela he's a 70 right back, but a 69 rated left wing back, or excuse me, right wing back. Had to watch Celtic play five at the back for a month, and it was horrible. It was even worse to play in a game. See, that's my thought. Is I feel like people really hate playing against, and Hoodwink said it before. Doesn't like 4-2-4, but hates playing against it. Maybe I should just play five in the back because people hate playing against it. The problem is I hate playing it. And also, if I have $100 to spend, I really should just buy another club. All right. Bents Sir. Ooh, 20. Cam. I do love a cam. Knocker 67. Nailed it. Six five. 6'5". Doesn't play a thing else, but that's fine. 70. I have to admit, I really do love cams that pass. 5-3-2 with a CM as an anchor works really well. See the man, I gotta find a place for this guy now. 67 rated cam. Here I have this guy's retiring. I also love this guy here. This guy also got the retirement badge. I have this guy. on the older side. I kind of like this team. I've got this 21-year-old right mid, 21-year-old right back, 23-year-old left back. I could throw in that 20-year-old Cam. Um, so basically, none of those helped my Stone team. Benz definitely fits on either Rioja or Rhine. Yeah, it's just whether I play him in Spark or Ice. Here he is. Would love a little more pace and a little more physical, but it is what it is. But yeah, the 62 shooting's a bit disappointing, but 20 years old. That's fun. That's fun to have. So 43,000. Sid failed his 2025 resolution. 26, open at least one Lego pack. All right, 43,000 MFL left. Of course, we are like just short of 2 of these 70 to 74s and then a regular uncommon. Will you know which players you will have available after this stream? I mean, it'll be sometime after, but I don't know when because I'm still planning out things. And I'm still would love anybody to take me up on my offer of buying packs. But I don't think anybody's taking me up on it yet. I'm also not going to be participating in the pack drop tomorrow because I'm going to be out. Excuse me. I've just realized my 3 starting keepers are 19, 22, and 23 years old. That's awesome. I have some decent goalkeeper depth, but it drops like the drop between 84 and 73. So I'm going to be starting a 73 rated goalkeeper in Stone. Jimbo, what are we booing? I missed what we're booing, what we're upset about. Okay. So do we open one of these, or 4 of these? What's the call? I'm starting a 73 rated keeper in Stone. It's fine. You not buying packs. Jimbo, I'm trying to buy packs. People aren't selling them for the price I want to buy them. I agree. Let's boo. People should be selling me these packs. 7 uncommon packs for $100. Who says no? Apparently everybody with the packs, but it is what it is. But I also end up basically stacking. I know there's like power creep and everything, but I'm now like being that guy with low 70s and Spark. Did I open a CDM? I can't remember now. Just now. I bought this guy today. CDM right back for $4. He seems fun. But yeah, I could use some like better CDMs, I think. And maybe this is the season that Arturo Torres finally does something. 175.79 and hopefully Sid, what do you mean the 7? I can't do any more uncommons. I basically got a full rare team in ice, but I refuse to get another club. Why not? Why not get another club? So Jimbo, I'm definitely getting at least one more pack, if not four more packs in this stream. It's just a matter if somebody wants to sell me seven more packs. Someone should just do it for the content. How about that? My fear is I'm just super disappointed on that rare pack. And it's like 37,000 MFL is a lot for me. That's like a full season for me. And if even if it's a 75 rated player, like they could go somewhere, like they'll be used most likely. I guess the biggest problem would be if it's like a 75 rated striker and it's like that's what I have. Like I have a bunch of those guys. Now if he's 79 rated, then yeah, one of these guys moves down, stuff like that. This Lawrence Williams, I actually forgot. He's also a left wing. So I could play. I'm pretty flexible on this team as well. And then I'm getting these two guys on loan. I already know that. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've traded away all my MFL packs. Oh, Sid, come on. And I love this. I basically have a full rare team in ice. Hopefully, you're not in ice after this season. Hopefully, that moves up. So, looking at what I have here, in order, like my Paulista team, I obviously need some goal. Or let's say I move this guy, or let's move this guy over, and then this guy can start here. So I'll need a backup goalie, someone else who can play left back. My defense is pretty well set. And my attack is pretty well set. What is this, 15 players? I mean, yeah, 15. I like running 18-man squads. 18, 19 is where I'm most bottled playoffs last season, but my team should promote. Okay, there we go. This is the season. So yeah, I think for this team, I need a CDM, basically a I guess a backup CDM. I don't have to. A backup left back and a backup goalkeeper, or a better goalkeeper. And I actually, let's see. Like, I don't need a 70 rated goalie in Spark. But like I was saying before, I have nobody between 82 and 73. And my initial idea was to basically run Little for the one or two games he can play and then rotate the other guy and then put Little back in. But he really is at this age, this is his last season. He really should just be the backup in Empire FC so that I can stay there. I kind of feel like I should open just 4 more uncommon packs and fill from here. It's almost like the pack should be used to fill the lower teams, and then we just individually buy the higher guys. Does anybody think that's crazy? I have 3.4K MFL, but tempted to hold it for next season. I actually had an easier time holding than I thought I would. I basically I say that because I bought a ton of players after season 9. The market just looked way too cheap to me. There were a ton of people who were saying they were done with MFL and they wanted out, and I was happy to buy those players. Can push players up too. Chevalier can start in stone and keep progressing. Yeah, where is Chevalier? Right here. I could move him here. You're right. I mean, it's not like this guy is that much better. That is an interesting one. Would Christophe Chevalier, who is the crown jewel of my agency in terms of progression, would he be better off in ice or stone? Starting every game that he can. And it's basically a mid to lower table stone team or a top of the table ice team. That's a great, yeah, I don't know what to do on that one. Because he's only ever played in ice and obviously has progressed quite well. I guess he played in Spark as well. But let's see. This is where I wanted. This is ice, ice. He was on loan with Toby and Spark. Yeah, so a couple seasons in Spark. Yeah, he just worked his way up. So his 2 seasons in ice enough would benefit from stronger opposition in matches, which is funny because he didn't even, like, my Empire 9 team wasn't even that good last year. Yeah, we finished 7th. Shout out to James, who's thankfully out of the league now. Stone is a better training environment. I'd say ice for the better ratings as long as the other players are close to his overall. This is what the team looks like as of right now. So it's basically low 70s, high 60s. He's 72. So he's not the highest. I have this guy who is actually, I think Barcelos is actually a right back. Hold on. Yeah. So he's a 70. Oh, he went up. When I didn't even see that. Look at us. So he's a 72 right back and I think a 75, 76 center back. This guy. Like he should be in stone. Maybe we move him here and this guy back down. I don't need him as a backup right back, but he's not a right back. Oh yeah, Chev is 73. You're right. I did this. I must have done this before it was over. Before Holiday Heroes was over. Chevalier is 73. You're right. But I have other guys who are kind of in the 70s. There's Adam. Toby, you love that guy too. And this guy's got the retirement badge at 30. So sad. So what was I saying? So for this team, I think I have to buy, hold on. I have to buy a backup left back, a backup goalie, and a CDM in the 73-ish range. I'll do 74 just to make myself feel better. Left back, CDM, and goalkeeper, I said, right? This is pretty much just how I look for things. So the goalie, I don't want to spend that much for a backup goalie, but 25 rated CDM with 50 pace. This is more the guy that $35 for, oh, he's a left back. That's fun progression though. Yeah, I'm not sure what to do here. But $100 fills those 3 spots. But I don't want to, like, I have a goalie. It's really just backups I need here. Which, if that's the case, do I just bring these guys back up or move some of these guys up? Do I move Haga here to here? And then I can get a cheaper left back here. That left back for 35, he's basically Chev. No, I agree. But I need more than just Chev. Who's right here? Like I'm buying backups. I mean, or I buy somebody who's better and these guys become the backups, but backup goalkeeper surely better to get a cheap loan in than spend that money. But are people really going to loan guys for little and not play? Can I loan like a retiring guy? Creepy Jeremy loan this guy just for nothing, probably. Maybe. Promoting from within makes sense. It makes sense and is also kind of the whole point of all of this, right? Someone retiring soon, probably happy to get a couple percent. I don't disagree with that. It's more like, do I want to give it up? Do I want to give up a couple percent for a guy, for a backup who's going to play ideally 5 times this season? But I think I'm going to do the uncommons. I think it's more fun. And the whole point is to build up, build from the bottom up. So let's do that. Let's get 4 more of these, open them up. And then you guys can take a quick break before Yorkshire TNXP kicks off in an hour ish. And who doesn't like to open more packs? I can't believe you guys even were like, no, open 1 pack instead of 4. Nathan, you could possibly loan in someone who could act as cover for multiple positions if they're on a reasonable rev share. Could be, could be. Jack Daniels, hello. Jack, who has provided me tons of loans over the last few seasons. Jack's the best. So more midfielders, what we want, and wingers maybe. I mean, we don't want wingbacks. We don't really want goalies. We'll just see what we get. So let's rock. All right, first guy up. Dale Medina, 23-year-old American striker. 68, 80 shooting. We take that. 68 physicals, and that's 71. It's so, just as I was like, I don't really need strikers, but 5'11. Ooh, right wing. Dale Medina. It's funny that I said it was Dale, and then I saw American, and now he's Dale. 65 right wing. Not as fun, but not bad. Not bad at all. As Toby said here. Yeah, we take that. 71 striker goes right here or right here. And then these guys move down. I'm so disappointed. I just saw this guy, Esteban Duran. I got to talk about this guy for a quick second. He's the most unassuming player on MFL. Just got the retirement badge at 31. 46 pace, 62 shooting. Right? He is a 2-time Golden Boot winner. 20 goals in Spark 2 seasons ago, 23 goals in Spark last season. Crazy. Anyway, high physical is it? That's right. That's right. Okay. Who's next? All right. Alicedes Alves from Argentina, 23, not bad. Another center mid. So we're really filling out the center mids here. 75 passing, 71 physical. I like that. 71 rated. All right. All right. 5'10, 23. Also plays right mid. We don't hate that. 70 rated right mid. No CDM secondary position is a little sad, I guess. Super well rounded though. Would have been a fantastic CDM. Yeah. What was he as a CDM? 60, 66? That's not terrible. I mean, those two were hits. 71 rated, it's right in the middle, I guess. Not technically right in the middle, but pretty darn close. All right, two more. Two more. Nobody has helped the top clubs, but maybe that they'll just help the top clubs after the season when they go +6 in their first year. Decent age on both too. You're right. You're right. All right. Next up, Dennis Kirby. Surely he's English. There he is. 20. Let's go. Left back, no problem. 50 passing is not lovely, but 68 rated. Not bad. That's not bad at all. 73 physical. 5'4". Short king left back. Let's go. He's better dribbling than passing and shooting just because he's really small. Really good. 77 defending and 73 physical for a 5'4" left back. He's just been pushed around on the pitch his whole life, and he bulked up. Actually, he looks pretty scrawny. Man, that's really good though. 20. That's a left back you just tell never join the attack. Yeah. He's going to win a header on his header goal of first game. 65 center backs, not bad either. Would you think that the 73 physical is better than 73 physical is more important than being 5'4"? Okay, last one. This has been fun and has led to plenty of more issues that I need to figure out. Yes, for now. Yeah. Push Chev up and start Kirby on Chev's team. That's probably a good idea. I have a really young right back who's around that. Yeah. All right. Last one. We've been hitting some big ones here. Antonio Ate Hortua, 19 right back. Holy. 78 paces flying. All right, 65, the worst we could get. Guy doesn't dribble, and he's an okay passer, but he's a good defender. Bit of a one. No, he's not a one-trick pony because he's 78 pace. But 19, 6'1". Ooh, triple position. Let's go. Let's go. Can't believe you guys wanted me to open a rare pack. 64 left back. Hell yeah. I love this. Nice thing about a 65 is you don't have to worry about tear gel. He also can attack, but it's fine. Yeah. It's almost like I should play the two of them in a 4-2-4 and just have my 4 defenders really just do it all. Can't do anything but tackle and run. That's okay. 58 physical is not great, but 19. Yeah, those were agreed. Brilliant packs. I actually want to look here. So the 23 was the oldest guy I got, or did I get a 24-year-old? So adding, I really could do like a really fun. Oh, it's not that. All right. So this is the guy we just got, Ate Hortua. So 19-year-old, 65. I have this 65 rated right mid There's Samadi, 23. I have another right back who's 21. I bought this guy, I think. Yeah, $21. Reinhard Prius. And then, oh yeah, we got Bentz. 20, like, oh man, having a team of just like these really young guys is so tempting. We got Alves, 23-year-old. Medina, 23. 23 was the oldest. Is that right? Let's see. I got Medina, Alves, Kirby. How do we think this Ser? I don't speak Hungarian. It's Hungarian, right? Yeah. Sorry, hold on. Medina, Alves, Kirby, Caesar, maybe, Atahorta. So that's 5. But we got 7 packs, didn't we? Who else did we get? So they must have been slightly older now. Oh yeah, Win, we got the left wing back. He was 24. And then the last one was this guy, Human, who was also 24. So 224, and then everyone else was younger. Man, oh man. That was brilliant. That was brilliant. And now I have 7 new players to put here. And as you see, well, I do have another team. I have so these were some of the ones who were left over that I haven't put in a team yet. And this doesn't include all of the players I normally have on Welsh Empire, which I may need to now decommission. I'm not sure. Am I going to have to buy 2 more clubs? Is that actually where my $50 is going to go? Winnipeg. That's fun. Bogota is another fun one. Kuala Lumpur. That's neat. I don't have an Asian club. Are we going to end up with 10 clubs? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. All right. That's all I got for today, because I got some work to do now trying to figure out where everyone's going to go. And I don't think it makes sense to do all of that directly on stream, because I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. And so it's just going to be a lot of me just sitting here like, And to be honest, that doesn't make for great content. Really appreciate everybody coming in. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please do so. You may have noticed I also open memberships on this channel. If you are somebody who just has no interest in joining my Patreon, that's understandable, I guess. Not really, but if you want to support my content, you can become a member of this channel now. I think it was $5 a month. If you just like to subscribe and become members on YouTube, that's just greatly appreciated. And so it's, if you could check that out, I'd be very thankful for you taking that time. If you are somehow 70 minutes into this stream and you haven't joined MFL, there is a link in the description of this video to do so. And you can, experience all of these great pack openings and club planning. And we haven't even gotten into formations and all that, and tactics, at least on this stream. But yeah, MFL with Laird, subscribe, become a member, support the channel. And no matter what, as you get ready for season 11, please make sure you get outside.